videos for a while, but I'm back specifically for this review, Day of the Doctor. And yeah, also you may notice I have a title sequence now. It's not very good, but it exists, so I may use that for the rest of my Doctor Who reviews when obviously Christmas special and the next series starts out. But as I was saying, Day of the Doctor, now we're here, we'll talk about it, and I'll talk about what I liked about it, and I didn't not like anything about it, so it's just what I liked about it, and we'll have a bit of a chat as well, okay? Let's start off. You know, we had these three Doctors, and the best scene I really loved was when they were all in the Tower of London together, and they were all having to talk and throw back to each other, and that was really cool, you know, because you've had this one, he hasn't done it yet, obviously, and then you've got David Tennant who's still tortured by now, you've got Matt Smith who's obviously moved on from what he did, and I just think that's really cool to see. Also enjoyed seeing obviously the laughs they had as well, you know, this sort of banter between like all three of them when they talk about, you know, Sand Shoes, Dickie Bow the Chin, and it was awesome, it really was. So we also have the fact that, you know, Matt Smith's rocking another cool bow tie, the spotty one, and yeah, David Tennant's back. Who doesn't want to see that? David Tennant. I know he's plenty of people's favourite Doctor now. He's not mine personally, but I do have to admit I love him, and his Doctor was awesome, and it's great to see him back again. And you know, it's fun now piecing together where he is in his timeline and everything. And we've also now got the awesome John Hurt in it as the War Doctor. And let's be honest, John Hurt's an awesome actor, and he did a really good job with this role, because you know, you have to admit it was very hard for him to have to come in and then sort of find a role that was halfway between where the classic series left off and where it came back in 2005, and he sort of had to bridge that gap with being this war-torn hero and stuff. So he did really well with that, and you know, the outfit looked good as well. You know, it's got the leather coat which sort of links in with Eccleston, the scarf which I suppose the scarf in that style which sort of linked it forward to Paul McGann and everything. So it all looked really good, and even the screwdriver looked good, which, you know, I also didn't think they were going to bother with one for him, or they would have, you know, one of the very classic ones. But no, this new one looks really good that he's got with the little red light going beep beep beep. So you gotta love that. Billy Piper back, Bad Wolf. You know, I know beforehand everyone was thinking that it was going to be 10-2 in the parallel universe, come back with Rose Tyler for her, but no, she's back as the Bad Wolf, and I thought that was really cool. It was nice, a cool way to do it, and you know, what's not to love about that? So that's awesome. Jen Louise Coleman's obviously still in it as Clara, as the companion. I like her. She's, you know, quickly become one of my favourite companions. I'm not sure what everyone else makes of her, but I really enjoy seeing her, and it was weird seeing her there because obviously she's the only companion there with Matt Smith. I was expecting someone else to sort of be there for this like companion talk like we had in a school reunion with Rose Tyler and then Sarah Jane Smith, but we didn't have that this time. It was just, so she stood out a bit and sort of stood alone. So let's be honest, I think the story could have gone on if she wasn't in it, but obviously seeing as she's the companion of this time, I suppose she needed to be there. But no, so that's what we've got. The story, I have to say, was really good, really clever. Stephen Moffat does an awesome job of writing these really clever stories as always. So, you know, we've got the fact it's not just Zygons or Daleks, it's both. Admittedly, I suppose they didn't really play that big a role each other either. You know, it was just this sort of mix mash where it was like, okay, we're dealing with the Time War now, we're dealing with Zygons now, stuff's going on. But really, they took a back seat with the fact that this Doctor is having to deal with, does he destroy Gallifrey or not? And I thought that was really cool as well, and I really enjoyed seeing all, obviously, the little throwbacks to the classic series and, you know, the series even from just a few years ago. And we got to talk about the ending, the fact that Gallifrey lives. You know, if I should have warned this at the start, spoilers. But yeah, Gallifrey is alive and it's just there somewhere waiting to be found. So Matt Smith's now got to go and find Gallifrey, which I think is really cool. So I saw in all these interviews Stephen Moffat was talking about how they wanted to carry it forward, not really celebrate the end of an era but the start of a new one, and that's a really good way to do it. You know, Gallifrey's still out there, he's got to go and find it, he's got to go home and find the Time Lords again, which is awesome, it really is. So that's what we've got. I just had to mention this, the fact obviously when all the Doctors come in and all their TARDISes to save Gallifrey, you notice it, the Peter Capaldi bit where he's in there and he pulls the lever and he just got his eyes concentrated on the screen. That was awesome, and also I think it was cool how they brought that in. And you know, Stephen Moffat's clearly a liar because he said we weren't going to see anything of him until Christmas, but so you know, there were way more than just 13 TARDISes there, we all saw that. So there's clearly going to be lots more Doctors to come, as there should be. So yeah, Day of the Doctor, awesome episode, awesome way to celebrate the 50 years of it. So this was just a short little video to give my opinions. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you and Geronimo. If you have any suggestions or asks for what you want me to review or talk about next, please leave a comment or send me an inbox. I'd be very grateful for all those. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please go out and check out all my other videos. I don't just do Doctor Who reviews, although they are my favourite. I do also do films and video games, so go and check those out. I'd be grateful. Also follow my Facebook and Twitter page. I've put links in the description and on my homepage, so thank you.